Good evening, everybody. I'm very excited to see you all. I'm looking forward to this evening because we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and yet it's all of the same. Nice to see you. Nina, long time. How are you? You're good. Fantastic. Haven't seen you in ages. Bibi, you're doing well. Michelle, it's lovely to see you.
Hi, Cindy.
Hello, everybody. Sarah's there. Sarah's with somebody. Hello. We're just going to let more people in because I think there's quite a few people, and then we will get going. I hope everyone is managing in the storms in the southern hemisphere because I think the weather's not great. In London, we kind of got mixed weather. We're not sure what season it is today. So really, yeah, just a warm welcome to those arriving. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes because we're just on 6 o'clock. So I don't want to start before. If everyone just wants to say hi in the chat, where you from? That would be great. I've got two co-pilots helping me this evening because I'm hosting and I'm hosting and talking, so you're going to hear my voice a lot. But helping me is Roween and Monica, but Monica's got a class at 8 o'clock. So, sorry, Roween's got a class at 8 o'clock. So she is going to leave us. And I think there are some others of you that are joining the psychic development class, but that's okay. Hello, Sarah from Spain. Lovely, lovely to meet you. And Petito, also from Spain. Oh my goodness, hola. Huh? That's about all I can say. So don't get excited. Right. I'm going to start and we'll just chat a little bit about tonight and what's going to happen and how we're going to work. So first of all, let me just see where my slides are. My next slide is tonight is about all of us joining in. It's about hopefully you guys putting your screens on, hearing your voice. We are going to be having a share tonight where you will be jumping into some breakout rooms so that you can express yourself and talk, and that you're not just keeping everything to yourself, which I think is really important. Because for me, these times of disconnection and not really expressing yourself and processing on your own can be challenging and can be quite difficult. So tonight I'm hoping that we can have some lovely sharing and reflection, and that it's not just me talking, but you experiencing. The agenda for tonight is we are going to talk a little bit about where we are in the world and what the masculine and feminine looks like in the world. We then going to be moving on to a little bit more about the inner masculine and feminine within yourselves. We're then going to do a visualization and we're going to journey into your inner masculine and feminine. We're then going to go into breakout rooms and express that in the breakout rooms. We're then going to come back and do a healing meditation on the masculine and the feminine, bringing them together in harmony and balance and spaciousness to process. And then from there, I've got an exciting announcement around an exploratory series of workshops that we're going to do around this subject. So that's the agenda for tonight. Please raise your hands if you have any questions. If you or if you want to put it in the chat, you can. Monica will also watch the chat for me. Should I miss anything because I'm talking and focusing, or you can just raise your hand and we can open your voice to the room because we will come back in the greater room. So a very, very warm welcome to everybody. And what I'd really like to do now is just ground into the talk. Let us just connect with the masculine and the feminine tonight. Let's just connect with the source of all creation, and let's connect into the consciousness, the collective consciousness of our species. This is also, I want this to be current and present in the world that we're living in today, because I just feel that it's a little bit difficult to navigate. I feel our stability has been unhinged, and I believe that we really need to find that stability within our energy field to be able to navigate the world in the best way that we can, into aligned future selves, and hopefully reaching a place of wholeness and oneness in the heart space. But while we're in the thick of it, let's see if we can find some tools and create an inquiry around how to feel more imbalanced and how to center yourself. And really tonight is about, how do you parent yourself? How do you parent your own energy? And really that is what the series is going to be about as well, finding the ability to mother and father our own energy. So I'm excited about this inquiry, this information I'm sharing tonight, because the reason why is because I've been working a lot with my clients, and we've been working with this methodology and these energies in order for them to move in the world and navigate the world as it is today. And hence the talk came up for tonight. So really that is what it's about. So while we're doing that, if we can just ground into our energy. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes and following the breath in and following the breath out, and breathing in and breathing out. And just finding yourself coming to a place of stillness, or just feeling your spirit arriving in your body. And the invitation is to soften the mind and come into the heart, and then to connect with the energy below. Connect and allow our roots to drop down into the earth energy, going through the fertilizer, going through the mud. Just feel yourself getting heavier as you go into the mud of the earth, allowing those feet to sink deep into the mud. And then from the mud, we go into the clay, and then these roots grow down from the soles of our feet and the base of our spine, going down, deep down into the earth, passing the most extraordinary energy. We pass the beautiful crystals, we pass the rocks, we pass the underwater streams. We then come to the beautiful minerals, we come to the hydrogen, we come to energy, we come to, there might even be fire in the Mother Earth. We might go even further deeper into the crystals, into the diamonds, into the platinum, into the gold. All that is there. And we connect with the heart of Mother Earth. We connect with the unconditional love and her ability to hold us, her infinite wisdom. She knows what to do. She knows how to hold the energy. And so we connect with that beautiful earth energy as we bring this into our energy field, and we allow the energy of the earth and the groundedness to hold us steady and flow in and around our energy field. As we center in our heart space, and from the heart, we go up and we shoot up and we connect with our soul star, with our soul sun, and we connect with the Father energy. And we bring this beautiful energy down, 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 and into the heart space. And as we do, the Mother energy receives the Father energy in the heart space, the place of unconditional love, the place of truth. And we just allow that energy to connect beautifully in perfect union, receiving and giving. And our soul's purpose on earth is to give and receive love. And so we just access that energy in the heart space as we attune and we are grounded. And then from that space, we go up and we connect to the collective consciousness of our species at this time that surrounds these energies. And from there, we go up even further and we connect to the source of our creation. And we connect to that source energy and that divinity of ours, and we bring that energy into the higher heart. And we just know that we are connected to an energy that is greater and higher than ourselves. And we allow that to hold us as we expand the energy of this beautiful container of each and every one of you. We feel that beautiful expansion in this energy field. And as we feel that expansion, we just know that individually we are protected, and we know that the vibration of this entire container of the discovery and the inquiry into the sacred masculine and the divine feminine, into our mother and father energy, is being held in this beautiful container, a place to experience tonight, to share tonight, and to be with the information that is shared. When you feel grounded and in your heart space, I invite you to open your eyes and join in to the Zoom call again. So I'm just going to go to the next slide, and I'm going to that's lovely. Thank you for that. I really would like us to think about the world that we're living in at the moment. In these extraordinary times, I do believe that we are blessed to be in this time of evolution. How difficult, even though it is difficult and challenging and things are speeding up in the world and it is fast and we're being triggered and things are not easy, I do believe that our souls have chosen to be here. You can either join me in that belief, or if there are things, I always say this, if there are things that I say that don't resonate with you, that's fine. You can just leave them, or you can ask a question, or you might challenge it. But really, tonight, I'd like to just open the conversation and just think how quickly things are happening this year, how fast this year is. We're in May. I want us to think of all the pain and suffering and the wounded energy of the wars within the world, and how technology and AI and just this doing, there is a lot of doing and a lot of busyness and a lot of challenges within the world right now. And I want to acknowledge that. I don't want to bypass that tonight. I want to acknowledge that it is there, that the media is difficult and challenging, that there are leaders in the world that feel different to what my belief system is. And so I'd like to talk about the wounded father energy, the patriarchy, whatever you choose to call the woundedness within the world. And for me, it is the world of the masculine. And we're trying to work towards shifting that, because as a result of the wounded masculine or the wounded patriarchy, if that word resonates better with you, we have the wounded feminine. the mother energy is being wounded. Just think of our earth and what is happening on the land, how our species and humanity has destroyed the land and continues to do so. I'm not an expert or an activist on the earth energy, but we can feel the suffering and the woundedness and the pain within our world at this time. So our outer world, if we believe in the law of attraction, the outer world is reflecting the inner world of the collectiveness of our species. So my idea and what the new earth might look like, and there's a lot of talk of fifth dimensional energy, etc. And kind of I've been grappling with that concept a little bit, but what I have started to realize, the only thing that I can do is actually heal the wounded father and the wounded mother within my own energy field. And I've been working with that with myself and with my clients. I don't always get it right. I had an outburst of absolute anger the other day, which came from hurtness, came from old hurt, that came from old shadow. And so it was healthy to release it, but it's how do we do the dance? How do we do the dance? How do we become more aware of taking care of the angry masculine within each of us? And this is not about male and female. I wish I could have my pronouns that right, that I was talking about they each time I mentioned the father and the mother energy, and I do work towards that. But what I'm trying to say is that we hold this energy within us, and the world is reflecting that.
I think your microphone went off, Cindy.
Audio is back. We can hear you now.
How much did you lose? Thanks, Mark.
20 seconds.
Okay. 20 seconds. And my internet is not stable. How weird is that? Technology today, the air, let's ground Cindy's computer, let's ground her energy. So really arriving in this wholeness has been important to me. So let's just move on a little bit to go to my next slide. And let's talk about this a little bit more. So yes, it is, Marijan. Archetypes are the energetic blueprints that live within us. They are not gendered. They are patterns we inherit and live out. They're also patterns from inheritance, but also the trauma that is created by the world at this time. Today, we're going to explore the inner patriarch and the inner matriarch. Any questions so far that are burning? Oops, I went backwards instead of forwards. So I'd like us, these are just a snapshot. Please, I would love you to put into the chat things that you feel are the wounded masculine, the inner wounded masculine. Things like control, rigidity, power, dominance, overachievement, burnout, suppression of emotions, overdoing, a fire out of control, air disconnected. Can we just pop into the chat, everybody, what you think or what other things would describe the current wounded masculine on the outer and the inner, power without responsibility, belief systems that we carry. Yes, BB, lovely. I'm not doing all the work here. Corruption, rejection, being perfect, I like that. Intolerance. Anybody else? Just getting some ideas. Inability to be vulnerable. Anger, certain anger, not all anger. Defensive. aspiring to live far beyond needs and greed, lack of intimacy. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Arvin. Dismissive, passive, aggressive, consumerism, ego, over certainty, righteousness. And I'm going to just let them come for a while. Materialism, capitalism, over focused on appearance. I love that, Nina. And we could go on. Avoidance of healing the inner child weakness. Beautiful. The whole 3D experience. Absolutely, baby. So these are the wounds. These are the hurts. If we take a look, and there are many more of the sacred masculine. Yes, thank you, Sarah. Lovely to see you. Empathy and intuition. The sacred masculine. Grounded action and direction. Healthy power and protection. Presence, guided by the heart and purpose. Healthy energy. Suppressed trauma. Let's think about if we were to heal all of these, what is the masculine going to look like? What is the desire of the sacred masculine? Should we have a couple of attempts of the sacred masculine? Alignment, yes. Safety, loving acceptance, fear of the feminine, birthing creation, absolutely, Mark. Safety, I like this, strong, encompassing, protection. Protection without fear, clarity and purpose of the greater good. That's lovely, Calder. Ah, love, acceptance, deep loving hope. Patriarchal ensuring of the feminine. Yes, leadership and purpose. Smooth energy flow, connection and our soul purpose. Beautiful. And we could go on. But I think we can easily say acceptance of the feminine. Yes, lovely, Arvin. So let's just go on and let's just have a look at the wounded feminine. And if we look at the wounded feminine, and I think we could go on a lot about this, it's the overgiving, it's the depletion, it's the silence, it's the emotional confusion. It's the water without a container. It's the earth without movement. Can you think of some of the aspects of the wounded feminine? Ignoring the higher self, indecision, over-emotional, I love that word, competitiveness, isolation, jealousy, low self-esteem, imposter syndrome, doormat, rape, over-pleasing, seductress. Interesting. Beautiful things here, guys. Thank you for sharing. And then we look at the divine feminine, the spaciousness, receptivity, being able to receive for me is massive. You know, how do we receive the masculine? That for me is a challenge at this time. Spaciousness, intuition, stillness, being able to contain, to hold, loving presence, softness. What are the things of the divine? Nurturing qualities. Thank you. Patience. Patience. Oh my God, I need to still do work on that. Self-love. Self-love. Creativity. Tenderness. Receiving pleasure. Fertile. Beautiful, Yana. Harmony. Affection. Oh. Receiving gentleness from the masculine, beautiful, compassion and love and acceptance. These are so beautiful. Thank you very much. And I think we could go on, but I just wanted to give some ideas and spark some different aspects as we move into the next slide. Okay, we're going to stop sharing because that's it now for, so that stop share. And there we go. Wow, look at all of you. That's amazing. I didn't realize how many people are on the call. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It is so lovely to see. Now I can see all the familiar faces. I'm really excited about tonight. So, does everyone see where we're going with this? Can everyone understand that this is not about the outer world? This is not about male or female. This is about the dance, the tango, the cha-cha-cha between these energies of creating an ability to create spaciousness to parent ourselves, to come into the heart space and parent ourselves. So what I'd love to do, if everyone is good with that, I'd love to do a visualization, and we're going to start with the masculine. We're going to start with a deep dive into the masculine, where I'm going to do the visualization. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to journal. We're then going to do the feminine, and then we're going to go into breakout rooms and have a chat, and then we're going to come back and bring it all together. Does that sound good, everybody? Yeah, we're happy to do that. We're excited to go and do this deep dive into the grit of our energy. What is the world around us, this world of chaos, this world of speed? What is that reflecting back in our energy? Because if we are all whole, then the world will start reflecting wholeness back to us. Maybe? Okay, so we're going to close our eyes again, and we are going to really, can I just ask all of you, if any of you have got social media on or whatever, it would be really good for you to walk this journey with me tonight and just do a dive into these two archetypal energies that hold so much pain and trauma in the shadow, but also have so many positive things too. So first of all, as I said, we're going to take this journey into the masculine. We're going to take a journey into the masculine energy. So once again, we've created the container. I invite you to connect to the earth energy, to the mother energy, the holding space, and her groundedness. So really ensuring that you are grounded and connected, and that your energy is embodied. And then from there, we are going to connect to the father energy, and we're going to connect up to the soul star or the soul sun, whichever that is you identify with as the father energy. We're going to bring that into the heart space. And then we're just going to feel this beautiful bubble of protection around us. And now we're going to really just feel this beautiful groundedness. And I want you to start bringing awareness to the space between your breaths. Just breathing into the stillness. And I'd like you to meet with the energy of the archetype of the masculine within you. And this is really inviting in the fire and the air of the masculine. The masculine element is the fire and the air. And let us connect with the fire and the air, the directional energy, the action energy, the clarity energy. And this is the home of the Father within, not the energy of the outer. So really begin to walk the terrain of your inner masculine. And I invite you to arrive in the land of fire. Is there a sacred flame, or is there a raging blaze within you? Just listen to these questions and see what pops up. Where is your fire out of control? And where is your fire in focus, where it is warm and sacred? And now where do I burn with purpose? Or where am I burning out? Is this fire the wounded masculine, driven and harsh and suppressed with emotion? Is this energy, this blaze, really controlling? Is it suppressing? What is the fire doing within you? Or is it clear and grounded? Is it contained? Is it creating movement and flow? Just play with that fire energy within. Find pockets and areas. And now allow your awareness to lift into the air and get a sense. Is the air thick and fast? Is it blowing in all directions? Or is it still and fresh and clean? The air might represent the mental field, the masculine mind. And just ask yourself, do I overanalyze, control, or pressure myself? Is my thinking spacious or is it rigid? Is the air guided by the heart or is it caught in survival? Explore your inner air and fire and let it speak to your energy. I invite you to let the Father energy come in and hold this energy for now. And as they do, they allow this energy to come into a place where they are not dominant but protective, where they are not rigid but they are steady and have strength, where they are not looking for approval but acting from purpose. Just allow the Father to go to those areas and hold that energy for you. The loving Father energy within your energy system. Let the fire of your will be cleared and warmed. Let the air of your mind be open and still. And we're going to reflect in a minute, but just What is the current state of your fire and your air? In what ways might the wounded masculine be present and at play at your life? Where do you sense the sacred masculine is calling for restoration and realignment and presence? What guidance might the Father within be holding within you at this time? And I'd invite you to open your eyes and just journal or make a note of some of those questions that are asked. I put them up on this on the slide. What is the current state of the fire and air with you? In what ways might the wounded masculine be present and playing out in your life? Where do you sense the sacred masculine calling for restoration, alignment, and presence? How's everyone doing? Are we good? Yeah? You'll get a chance to share in the rooms later around what came up for you. I think we're having difficulty with connection in South Africa. We seem to have lost a few people, including Roween. I think some of the connections are not great. Okay. Yeah, there's somebody trying to connect again. Good. Is everyone ready to do a deep dive now into the feminine? Have we got enough? We've got enough good information and we can jump into the feminine. Okay. So once again, closing your eyes. Just releasing the energy and just allowing that masculine energy to leave. And grounding in to the feminine. Softening and dropping down into the earth. Grounding into your body. Connecting with all those beautiful layers of the earth. Connecting with your roots. And really sinking in to the earth. Feel the nurturing energy, the slow, deep rhythm of the feminine. Just getting a beautiful sense of the mother energy, the mother nature energy. But now we are coming into your inner feminine landscape. This is the home of the earth and the water. It is the receiving and the nurturing, the intuition and the stillness. This is the presence of the mother within, the one who holds, nourishes, and witnesses. Let us start to walk into your inner earth. Is the ground lush or is it dry? Are you on moss, forest floor, sand, stone, and soil? What does that energy say to you? Is there anything growing in your landscape of the earth? Or is it depleted? Ask yourself the following questions. What does this earth say about how I hold and care for myself? Am I standing in the land of the wounded feminine, depleted, overgiving, and silenced? Or is my land that of the divine feminine, spacious, intuitive, grounded? Maybe it's a bit of both. Just explore the land. Explore your land. Where are you at today? This is moving. This is constant. Now I invite you to walk towards the sound of water. And if there is no sound of water, maybe you need to look for the water. And as you do, what water do you see? Do you see a stream, a pond, a storm, a dry riverbed, the sea? Is this water in your inner landscape flowing or still? Is it clear or cloudy? This is your emotional world. Ask yourself, do my emotions flow or do they flood me? Do I make space to feel or do I carry feelings in silence? Is the water overwhelming or am I able to contain it? Is the water soft, still? Is it wise? Is it held? Explore the inner world of your water and your earth. And just enjoy the landscape and learn from it. And really give it some reflection of what did the land and water of your inner landscape reveal to you. In what ways might the wounded feminine be present and playing out in your life? What qualities or truths does the divine feminine wish to root more deeply in your life? allow these, either journal on them, I'll put them up on the board, or just reflect for a while around these energies. You might want to journal. So really, everybody, what I'd love you to do is to share your experience, talk it out, inquire, nothing wrong, and please also some of the positive energies, not just the ones that were difficult. And so we're going to divide into breakout rooms. I think, Monica, if we do 15 breakout rooms, please, I really invite you to do this, even if you keep your cameras off and just share with the group. It will be good to talk about this, and then we will come back into the main group, and some people can share their reflections around this, and then what we are going to do after that is come back and really look at how we bring these into the heart space. So Monica, if you're ready with driving those breakout rooms, I would be very happy to do that. And if you could all join. If any of you really would like to sit out, that's okay. We understand. Just don't join your room, and you can stay and chat to me in the main breakout room.
Cindy,
Yes.
just a quick one. How many minutes?
I think we should do 10 minutes would be good.
Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to open them up.
Thank you. I assigned you to a room, to Bettina. Oh, hello, Kim. Hello, Vera. How did you guys get on? Good.
Oh, yeah, good, good. It was more impressive than I thought it would be, to be honest.
You were nervous. How did you do, Ilse and the lovely gentleman with you? You're good. Oh, you had to do some work, not me doing all the work and all the talking, which is fantastic. Welcome back, everybody. Well done for doing your breakout rooms and going in and connecting. Oh, and rather than me being the expert, sharing and talking yourselves, which is wonderful. I'm curious, how did everyone get on? people who feel brave enough to share or just come into the big group so I can get an idea of how that went for everyone? Who's going to be brave enough?
I can be brave.
You can be brave.
Yes.
Russian, thank you. Let's hear from you, and then we'll come to somebody else.
Okay. Firstly, thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity, Cindy Holmes. It's always an honor to see you. Such positive vibrations. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is my wife, Sally.
Hello.
Hello, Sally.
A fellow Brit like you.
Yeah, hi. From Ipswich.
So the masculine energy for me, I tapped into was like an eternal flame. It was an eternal flame. The fire it wasn't a fire as such, more like a flame. That was the element of fire. But the wind or the air, it was sort of ice cold. And for me, that represented like a struggle, constantly worrying about the safety of my home, my wife, family, worrying, incessant worrying, the safety, locking up windows, following her to see if she's reached work safe. Security, extremely security. I think that's from my military training, security consciousness. When I tapped into feminine energy on Mother Earth, I reached a place of green fields with rosemary, lavender, and thyme, I think it was. It was luscious green, it was flat, and the earth below it was this moist, rich soil. And I could inhale the smell of these herbs. And the element of water to it was a flow of clear water into a pond. That's what I've seen.
Beautiful. It sounds like your mother energy is healthy.
It's since I started coming on the course and learning about connecting to Gaia, thanks to the tutors, I've been daily connecting to Mother Earth, grounding, taking in the energies. And previously I had that, yes. The result,
amazing. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, I know before I come to you, Pippa, I will. Miriam, do you want to share? Miriam Jansa. Hello.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to share that it was so nice that everyone came back from the breakup rooms and was smiling. So, and to me, and I met two beautiful ladies that all are very connected to all the possibilities already. And it's so nice to know that we're not alone in this. And that's one of the things that I really appreciated in the feminine space as well. And to me, it was very interesting to see the masculine space in the earth, on the earth, was in a golden dome. And there was light coming through, and it was kind of healing space. They are given the opportunity to heal. So it's the masculine within us resonating with all the masculine energies in the world that gets the opportunity to heal as well. And I love it because I had a really weird day today. So that's a good thing for me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. That's fantastic. How about you, Pippa?
Thank you so much for that exercise. That was amazing, and especially to go out in the breakout rooms and discuss. I was with some two lovely ladies, and we found that all three of us had a lot of similarities with how our masculine and feminine energies were showing up, and actually our feminine energy, how much it needed some nurturance and attendance, and how we could use our masculine energies to really hold space for healing that feminine. And all of us felt we could see lots of visuals and whereabouts in our bodies, that the fire in the air and the earth and the water were playing out. Yeah, it was brilliant. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Pippa, thank you so much. How about you, Bibi? Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's so good to be here. Thank you so much, Cindy. That was an interesting exercise for me.
Yeah.
When I tuned into the masculine, what came to me, and I think you will resonate, is work. and action and controlling. Yeah,
Surprise, baby.
can you believe it?
No,
I'm sure
can't
you've
believe
got no
it.
idea what I'm talking about. So, and then for the restoration of the masculine, what was very interesting is putting my energy into the action that I'm supposed to do. So the work that I'm supposed to do, and not the work that I am so busy, but focusing this masculine energy into the creative energy that I'm supposed to focus on. Does it make sense?
Absolutely. And I'm hoping when really what we're going to do when we finish here is create spaciousness to hold all of it, because we don't want to bypass your busyness. We want to acknowledge that it's there, but we want to shift it into that steady directional busyness that is holding, that is doing, and shifting the balance of that sort of Duracell bunny that you are into just slowing that down into spaciousness, into holding, such that you can access the creative. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
It's that marrying of the masculine and feminine, and I think that's the most important thing. And that's when I got to the feminine, when I tuned into the feminine, it was lush green grass, and there was a big river flowing, but the water wasn't clear. And the message I got from there was, I don't have to see everything because of my controlling type of personality. I don't have to see ahead. I just need to, there was a peacefulness and the calmness and the restfulness, and it's the opposite of the action and the doing. The action was there with the water flowing. So the message I got was, just sit back and be still, and it will happen. It will still happen. You don't have to know everything and control everything. So,
and you use less energy, you have more connection, and but it's work in progress. I'm also a busy person. I'm also busy.
I know. That's why I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Anybody else like to share with the group before we go into a beautiful healing meditation? Anybody else? Any insights from anyone? Hello, Rachel.
Hi everyone. Yeah, for me, when in the masculine energy, with the fire, it was just flames in different scenes, like the flame on a beach and dancing around it, sorry, and heating up food and then being in a cave and like safety and protection, providing food. But the air in the cave felt cold, and to me that felt like, in the terms of masculine energy, like there was stagnation in being able to guide and teach. Yeah, so that's probably something I need to
look at.
Yeah. And the feminine energy, when it came to the land, I had different scenes of being on a sandy beach, and I could see the sea and hear the waves, and then also be in a forest, but it was, parts of it were growing, some were really diminished and there was a waterfall, but the waterfall was really frothy and cloudy. And to me that felt like I'm at a time where I'm feeling there's a lot of growth, but there's also overwhelm and flooding emotions. And yeah, part of me feeling a bit depleted of energy, but also acknowledging that I'm supposed to be the mother of myself, to look after myself. Yeah,
the mothering. And I think that's the responsibility of how do we get to that space, and trust me, I am not the best mother to myself. I can be often a great father, but not necessarily a great mother. I'm good at doing and protecting and providing, but sometimes in a way that I forget about the mother, you know, the overachiever. So great, we're going to integrate and hold that in spaciousness and contemplation so that it can soften and hold, which will be lovely. Thank you. Arvin, hello.
Hey Cindy, hey everyone. So from our group, there are a couple of themes that are actually coming out. There's a theme around fluidity between both the masculine and the feminine, but also within the masculine, for myself at least, there was a sense of being a spiritual person and being a warrior. There were lots of images of having very seasoned hands, like the hands of a tradesperson or carpenter, and within the feminine as well. And there was a greater sense of fluidity within the feminine. She was she was magical. Just she could be whatever she wanted to be in that moment. But the sense of fluidity was greater there. So I think the fluidity was the theme that was coming up, not only within the qualities of the masculine and the feminine, but also how I personally engage with the two, and that was quite helpful to become more aware of, so I can at least operate from a place of oneness, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, and that's lovely. Well, that sounds fantastic. Thanks, Arvin. Good. I think I would like to now go into that integration, that holding, that nurturing, that dance between the two, but also the ability to ground and steady that, to embody that. So kind of just bringing it into the heart, bringing it, the dance of the two into the solar plexus, the sacral, and the base, and then just holding the heart energy. How does that sound to everyone, to really bring this together in a healing way? Everyone good with that? That sounds fantastic. So really, we're just going to come back to ourselves, coming back to ourselves, grounding our energy into the earth. And now I would like us to really access the water, the unconditional love of the mother energy, Mother Earth. You know what I love about Mother Earth and I love about nature and Mother Nature? She knows what to do. She knows how to love us. She knows how to hold us. So I invite you to bring in this beautiful earth energy, and I invite you to bring in the water energy. And just visualize this beautiful energy creating a clay pot in your energy field. This healing container made of earth and made of water into a beautiful shape of a container. You might want to be creative with this beautiful feminine container, but this is a holding space. This is a grounded and intuitive space. This enables you to receive love. And so we create this beautiful container. And then we invite in the Father energy, the energy of the fire and the air, to bake this clay pot into a healing container, using the elements into this balanced container of the clay being fired up with the air and the fire into a holding space, into a healing space, such that the fire is at a level in your energy, the air and the fire is able to be received by the feminine. So the feminine is able to receive, and the masculine is able to give, and then the feminine gives and the masculine receives. And there's this beautiful ability to meet in the middle of the giving and the receiving of love, on the divine place of creation, of life, of balance. And so these two energies come together in harmony, and the vibration is raised. And as we do that, we allow our base energy, the grounding energy, to give and receive love. We allow our steadiness, our ability to be safe in the world, and to receive Mother Earth's love and to love her back, the mother energy. We then come up into the sacral energy, and remembering that the base energy is the mother energy and the grounding, but it's also the physical body, the action, the physical. We then allow the energy of the sacral, which is the giving and the receiving of pleasure, the giving and receiving of creativity, your identity. And we just allow the masculine and the feminine within those emotions to be in harmony and aligned, and mothering and fathering this energy. As we come up to the solar plexus, and we allow the solar plexus and our expression in the world, who we are, our positive ego, our confidence, our being enough, and we allow that energy to be mothered and fathered. As we come into the heart and we create spaciousness in the heart, the ability to connect in the unconditional love of both the father energy and the mother energy. And we just soften the heart, and soften the heart, and soften the heart, such that the heart is able to generate unconditional love for others, but receive unconditional love. Often we are good at giving love and not receiving love. So the invitation is to give and receive as the masculine and the feminine flow. And we just then allow that to expand to the upper energy centers in full expansion, and allowing any challenges to come and have space, not by doing, but by being in the heart space, finding time to pause. And as you do, you just feel the wholeness of your energy, being steady and grounded, connected, and being in a space of giving and receiving love and expansion, and receiving the healing that is required at this time, embodied into the physical, embodied into the emotional, embodied into the mental, and embodied into the spiritual. Check your grounding and feel your wholeness reflecting and vibrating back at the energy of the world, as the world will, as we collectively feel whole in ourselves, so the outer world will start reflecting back to us. And we can only do that for ourselves. So the invitation is to parent yourself through all the different challenges of the day, of the outer world and the inner world, being a great mother and a great father in your wholeness. And with that, we ground, we draw in our energy centers at the crown and the brow and the throat and the heart and the solar plexus and the sacral. We check our grounding. We draw in a faster energy, and we just allow that energy to expand into a beautiful bubble of golden protection around your energy, holding both the masculine and the feminine in a robust way. Feeling parented, grounded, and aligned to be in the world. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So thank you, everybody. I just want to talk to you all. Sorry, are there any comments or anyone want to share after that? Is there anything that came up? Is everyone feeling good? Yeah? Ah, lovely. That's looking good. So I'm exploring and inquiring around the masculine and the feminine. And my sense is that we hold the matriarch and the patriarch within our energy, but also that we need to be looking at healing the ancestry line of our mother and father energy. We need to look at healing the different inner child within the mother and the father energy. And so I've created a series of 3 series, and I'm just going to post it here, and it will come out with the recording as well. But it's going to be, there's a link to it to book. Oh, and now I need to do something. Hold on. Just give me a minute. It's going to be a 3-part series. It's a donation basis for those, so everyone is welcome. We're going to do it over the next 3 Thursdays, and we're really going to inquire. It's new material. I want to explore it. I want to be an inquiry. It's going to be 2 hours. We're going to do breakout rooms. We're going to share together. But it's just, I really feel if we are whole in the world, we're gonna shift and change the people in the world around us. So that's what I'm up to. You're welcome to join me for the next 3 Thursdays to inquire, explore. I will want feedback. We will change the curriculum, but you are all invited. So thank you all for joining tonight. It's been so lovely. It was so lovely to see your smiling faces from the breakout rooms coming back. We definitely need this connection with each other. I love you, my community, our community. It's not mine. It's all of our community. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for playing full out. Monica, thank you for doing the breakout rooms. It was amazing to see you all. I look forward to connecting with some of you in person in London. I'll be in Cape Town in September, and I'll see you all there. And for those of you around the world, come to Cape Town, come to London, and we'll all join in. You're all amazing. Be wonderful and parent yourself this week. Until next week. And I'll see you all soon. Lots of love, everyone. Bye. Bye.